Okay, so what I'm going to do today, guys, is I'm going to experiment with turning off my camera and maybe turning it on once in a while because I want to see if I can go a lot deeper when I'm not distracted by the video. So today I'm gonna come in and out of the camera and you be in your own zone. See if what I share with you really hits and lands. Guys, I was 23 years old and I was determined to be financially successful. I was determined to be really a breadwinner for myself and for my family. No matter what I did, I wasn't able to really strike gold, strike wealth. And I started working for a man. His name was Ray. For those of you who are coming to my wedding, you'll meet him. And this older man started to teach me certain philosophies around money and success that I'd like to share with you. One of the biggest problems I was having at the time was I kept telling everyone that I'm looking for my passion, that I'm looking for my true passion in life before I give my full self to anything. And therefore, I didn't give my full self to anything because I was first looking to discover my passion. And one of the things I never forget ever is I sat in this man's office and he had me doing financial advisory things that I didn't like, including paperwork, calling, cold calling. And I kept saying to him and complaining to him, hey, I want to find my passion. I'm not passionate about this. And I'll never forget, he sat me down one day and he said to me, Sam, we need to have a conversation. This whole thing about passion you're talking about is bullshit. And I said, what do you mean it's bullshit? He's like, the whole thing is bullshit. You got to learn how to find the passion in every single thing that you do. And he started to tell me that passion is not something that comes to you. It's something that you discover by becoming more and more passionate about everything you do. Everything you do? You see, what Ray told me is that there are janitors across the nation who are passionate about mopping the floors, sweeping the tables, cleaning the toilets. And so many of us men and women in this new age of spirituality have forgotten about how to become passionate. Become passionate. What does that mean, to become passionate instead of waiting for passion to happen? You see, brothers, our connection to God happens moment by moment. Our connection to God happens moment by moment. What does that mean? That means that every present moment is where you can discover something absolutely mind-blowing and new. It's not in the future. The passion we are looking for is not, well, let me wait until something happens and then I'll find the passion and then I'll start doing the work. No. Connection to God happens in the present moment, and the present is what you choose. Wait, what? The connection to God happens in the present moment, yes, and the present is what I choose. It's every choice is the moment. Every choice is the moment. So when we are conscious, we all are conscious. When we are conscious, what we are saying is this present moment right here, right now, this moment has massive passion for me to explore, discover, and expand through. This moment right here, right now, right now, right now, right now, right now. Every moment is a miracle. And in this miracle of this moment, there is so much passion to be discovered. Why am I looking outside the window? You see, everyone wants something better than what they have. And yet no one wants to invest in what they were already given. Already given. Wow. You see, the challenge, brothers, is when we see others that inspire us, there is also a trap. Be careful with this. I fall for this. And I see many men in our community fall for this too. Sometimes we see a man, we're like, wow, this guy's got his shit together. He's got the car, the house, the this, the that. I want that. And what starts to happen is in that inspiration, we forego the gifts that we were given that are specific to us. Specific to us. None of you are meant to be like Soleil Rad. Every one of you is meant to be like every one of you. So when you look at me and you're like, wow, I want to be like this guy. Okay, great, thank you. But no, thank you. Please don't do that to yourself. Every single one of you have miraculous gifts. And many times the gifts are so profound that we are scared to own them. Many times our gifts are so profound that we ask ourselves, what if, wow, no way. There is no way I could own this one. No. So every moment is a miracle. And everyone wants something better than what they have, yet no one wants to invest in what they were already given. You've been given the keys to your kingdom. Yes, there are other men that can help you polish your keys, but your key is unique. It opens your unique lock. And so what I say is, you know what is spiritual? Being a craftsman. Being a craftsman is spiritual. Being a craftsman is devotional. The present moment is where your craft exists in. So what I ask you guys is, what are you building in God's name? What are you building in God's name? Fuck the guy who has whatever you think you need to have on TV, the guy who's motivational, inspirational, he's got the girls, that guy has problems that you never even imagined. I have problems you never imagined. I'll tell you a story. This week, a good brother of mine called me and he said, look, I saw another men's coach. He blew my mind. He's got all these things that I didn't see you never talk about, and all these things that you're good too, but he's good in a different way. And I was like, okay, but how about you? How about you? Because I hear you talking about me and the other guy, but how about you? You're the one that has it. I said, do you know the problems I have? No. Do you know how many dollars I owe in loans and debt? Do you know what my debt to income ratio is? No. Oh, okay. Do you know anything about my family traumas in terms of like what my mom is going through and what I have to deal with my dad in terms of his aging and his level of cognitive decline? No. Ah, okay. So you're telling me that you're comparing your success to my success. Your challenges cannot be compared to my challenges. Every one of us, guys, we've been handed a set of very unique keys. And these keys are where the passion exists in. The passion comes from polishing your keys, not looking at the other guy's keys. It's your key. And sure, you can get some inspiration about how somebody else polishes their key, but at the end of the day, it's your key that needs to be polished. And what I always say to myself is, God's resources need to be cultivated, not desecrated. What do I mean by that? That means that when God has given you your health, your family, your home, your gifts, your talents, your clients, your friends, these are yours. They were coded for your life. No one else has the same exact thing you have. How much time and energy are you spending celebrating and cultivating instead of complaining, desecrating, it's not enough, it's not good for me, I wish I had what the other guy has? Fuck what the other guy has. You don't have his problems. I swear to you, a lot of the guys in my community come to me and sometimes they pedestal me, which is really dangerous. Dangerous. Don't do that. They pedestal me and they say, wow, I want what you have. How can I get what you have? I'll do anything. I'll say, well, first, why don't you start with taking all my debt and all my traumas and all the family problems. Go ahead with that first. And they look at it, they're like, no, thanks. I'll go back to what I have. It's pretty good for me. Right? The same exists for all of us. Every one of us have been given real big blessings by God. And the moment we look outside of ourselves to find passion, to find inspiration, is the moment we are letting go of our own divine kingdom, our divine sanctuary. All of the things that you want are inside of your sanctuary. Yes, sometimes you get a guy like me that comes and uses words in a pattern or in a combination where you never heard the words. And the combination wakes you up. You're like, oh shit, I forgot about that. But there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. Every word has been spoken. Every combination has already been opened. Now it's yours to go inward and pray and say, God, with all the things that I have been given, including my deformity, my bald hair, my chubby fucking belly that I have. I'm speaking about myself, not you. Don't even look at yourself, right? I'm talking about me. I'm talking about my war traumas. I'm talking about my criminal history. I'm talking about all the things that I have. God, with all the things that I have, where are the blessings? Because I know these are the keys to my kingdom. The keys. So when I'm looking for my passion, I need to look in the trauma. The trauma is the treasure. The trauma is the triumph. It's not the self-help book, the guru, all of that. I don't know how many self-help guys are going to stand up here and tell you that what they're telling you is worthless. But what I'm saying is not really of value compared to what you already have. What you already have. And what do you already have? What do you already have? That's a whole nother era. That's a whole nother conversation. What do I already have? Well, let's see. To be honest, I have a shitload of traumas. Okay, they're my treasures. I got to dig into them and celebrate them and learn that these things that God gave me specifically are the things that I have learned to overcome and are the keys that I have to unlock humanity's potential. Yes, I got friends. Okay, the friends that I have, whether they're good or bad, skinny or fat, tall or short, there's resource here. 80% of everything I need is already under my nose. The friends that I have hold connections, resources, advice that I need that I don't need to go that far. What am I looking for? Passion. They're right here. What else do I have? Well, I have some skills. And in fact, instead of chasing new skills, if I took the skills I have and I just tripled, quadrupled, quintupled down on them, and I prayed every moment and I said, these skills were given to me by God. There is a reason I have these skills. I didn't go to prison to come out to have a whole new identity. I went there because the gifts that you gave me, God, are the gifts that I'm here to own. I didn't go through war bomb shelters because it was a mistake in the matrix that suddenly there was a glitch. No, these were gifts from you, God. And in these gifts, I build my kingdom. Guys, I have a criminal history. By the way, many of the Men of Means guys, it's an inside joke. One of the inside jokes we have at Men of Means is you're not a member unless you have a criminal background. And many of the guys here have criminal backgrounds. And the beautiful thing about that is, to me, all that says is we all are rebellious human beings. We've all broken the rules to figure out where the edges are. And sometimes we learn a big lesson there. And these are the lessons we need to learn to ascend to the higher levels. Guys who don't have a criminal history, we need to have a conversation. Okay? We have a special program, special coaching program, okay? And Anthony might be the coach on that side. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So going back into passion and purpose, the question is, what do you already have? What do you already have? And from the resources that you have can be cultivated many, many things. A lot of us are distracted by things that other people say we need to have before we achieve success. You ever get a coach that says, until you have this, you can't have that? You ever have a motivational speaker that says, well, if you don't get this, you'll never get that? Who said that? Who said that? In the field of miracles, guys, everything happens at the right moment. So when you look inside and you go inward and you're like, okay, do I really have everything I need? And if you ask yourself that question really deeply and you sit with it, the answer is always yes, you have everything you need. Okay? So now, how do I cultivate what I have into what I want? How do I cultivate what I have into what I want? How I cultivate it is by investing in what I have. Not investing in what I don't have, investing in what I have. Investing in what I have is, how do I find the divine passion? The divine passion. My dad is going through memory loss. He's going through senior homes. And instead of saying, shit, I wish I had a better dad, I'm like, how do I invest in the dad I have? How do I invest in the journey that this man is going through? Because I am sure that the gifts I seek are in this thing, not in that thing. And so whatever you are working with, whatever you are struggling with, is the actual gift. It's the gift. So I want you to invest. And what I say is, pay attention. When you pay attention, you're depositing. Payments. Pay attention. Pay attention. Hold the tension. Invest in the tension of what you have. Invest in the tension of what you have. You struggling with your girlfriend? Invest in the tension. You struggling with your coaching program? Invest in the tension. Don't say to yourself, oh my God, if I had just that thing, everything would be great. Because what happens is you go from coach to coach to coach, to pastor to pastor to pastor, to motivation to church to church to church, and you're like, fuck, I became a spectator for this guy's success. I've done that myself. You have what it is. You have what it takes. You need to invest in what you have. And the question I ask you is, how much are you investing in what you already have? Your children, your house, your wife, your business, your tools, your spiritual practice, your devotion, your connection. How much do you invest in that? Can you double down on that? Let me tell you something from a space of investment advisory. I have something like 5 or 6 different licenses. I've managed $100 million of wealth. I always get people that would come to my company and say, hey, I have a thriving business and I have cash flow and I want to invest my money in some investment. Can you tell me where to invest? To my demise, to their success, I would always say the following thing. If you have a good business, invest in the business. Don't go invest in someone else's business. Your business, otherwise known as your skills, are the highest rate of return investment there is. There is no stock, no bond, no mutual fund that can give you the same rate of return on your current business that you can invest in. And when you have a business that stabilizes, you're done with growth, you've stabilized, you're Coca-Cola, okay? You're not in a growth trajectory, you're stabilized. Only then do you take asset allocation and you diversify to other businesses by buying stocks and bonds and other things. The skills you were given are the highest rate of return on your investment. So invest in yourself, invest in your skills. Instead of looking into the future, invest in the now. So how do we invest in the now? I ask myself these questions because it's easy to say these words. What do you mean invest in the now? Do I go buy another coaching program and invest in myself? As they say, no. The greatest investment you can have, watch this, the greatest investment you can have in yourself right now is celebration. Period. Because in celebration, what you're saying is, all is perfect. Let us own what currently is. Let us not diminish what we have. I'm not looking at my business. I'm not looking at my business and saying, one day it will be successful. No, I celebrate the success of men of means. I had a guy last night. I was on a call with him. He's like, well, you still haven't achieved success. How can I trust you? I said, excuse me? Who are you to tell me I haven't achieved success? You telling me? I don't say that to myself. I've achieved incredible success. The success I've achieved has blown my mind. It blows my mind every day. How about you? Does your success blow your mind every day? Because if it doesn't, you're working with a cup half empty. I want you to be horny about the success that you've already had. Horny. I want you to walk around looking at others and being turned on by yourself and knowing that your life is an absolute blessing up to this point and that you're just getting started. You're just getting started. Who is anyone to declare your success final or not? And I know this because every moment is a new choice. Every moment is a miracle. So we know that if we come to the miracle with celebration and light and possibility, then the miracle has room. But when we come to the moment, without the light, when we come to the moment dim, when we come to the moment like, it's not working, fuck, why me? What happens is the field, it becomes limited. The miracle zone becomes limited because you're already declaring the next moment a loss. The fuck? Okay, I'm going to go off camera for a second because my heart is speaking. I'm going to take a deep breath. Take a deep breath with me. Brothers, for many of us, our fathers were our first cheerleaders. Some of us no. But for all of us, the final cheerleader is ourselves. The final cheerleader is you. So when you come into every moment, and I say every moment is a choice, right? Every moment is a choice. Nobody knows what to do next. The next moment has not been planned, has not been curated. So your choice, your decision is what affects the next moment. And so you get to be aware of how you enter the next choice. And I ask you, do you want your next choice to be a choice of abundance, of celebration, of ease and grace, of love, light, connection, of celebration that this game is just starting and you already won? Or do you want to come to the next moment with anything other than that? I'm not even going to put words on it because it doesn't belong in the field. And this is what it means to become holy. Holiness is when you have faith, such faith in every single moment. This is how Jesus walked on water. His faith was so secure that he tested God. Tested God. Said, look, I am one with you. I don't doubt at all. Every moment is a choice. I choose the truth. So as you walk today throughout the rest of your Saturday, wherever you are, on the beach, on the sidewalk, with your friends, with your family, every moment is a choice. And you get to come into the choices through celebration, through knowing that the whole thing has already been blessed. Who are you to say otherwise? And anyone in your field who speaks, says, even conveys otherwise, you got to stop it. You got to stop it. I got my mom and dad, I got friends and family, I got people who speak around me in diminishment. Diminishment, meaning before the act even happens, they already put in their bid for a loss. You ever have anybody like that who attends to their life from a place of pessimism as a form of security? You ever see people do that? Where the moment hasn't even happened and they're already declaring it a loss because that is more secure. They don't want to look bad. Someone's mic is unmuted. Antonio, okay. Take a deep breath with me, please. We're going to land the plane in about 6 or 7 minutes, and then we're going to do a group sharing around it. We're going to do some breakout rooms. Take a deep breath. And if you need to, set a prayer for yourself in this moment as you receive. I'll take a 30-second break for you to set a prayer for yourself. Thank you, God, for reminding us how easy it is when we celebrate and how safe it is for us to celebrate every single moment. Thank you, God, for reminding us that every moment is a new opportunity for a new miracle, and that we get to double down on every moment being the miracle as it is, as it is. And we get to be detectives and prospects of passion, where we look for the passion in every moment. Our girlfriend yells at us, there's passion. The credit card company calls us and says, where's our money? There's passion. And in this field is where our devotion exists, because we know that every moment is blessed. Who are we to declare otherwise, God? And with that, we remember to smile from the heart. Smile from the heart. We remember to forgive and not punish ourselves for the past. We remember that the wider we open the field of possibility, in the field of light, not in the field of punishment. God, we know how easy it is for us to punish ourselves and others. We've been doing it for so long. We stand in the challenge of celebration. The TV breaks, I celebrate. The prospect doesn't close, I celebrate. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. This is the moment for me, God. Thank you, God. The check bounces, thank you, God. I win the lottery, thank you, God. This is the moment, God. Thank you, God. My business grows, thank you, God. Thank you. This is the moment, God. This was the moment. Thank you. Every moment, God, is blessed. How can it be otherwise? How can it be otherwise? So, as men of means, we hold the intensity, the tension of knowing that every minute is finely curated for each of us. And that when we are in suffering, it is a choice, because in every moment there are blessings. Every moment there are blessings. And with that, God, we call upon blessings that we are able to see. And if we can't see, show us. If we can't see, show us, God. Open our eyes. Let us remember that every single moment has massive gifts, and that we don't need to look out the window. It's inside. It's in our homes. It's with our families. It's in our bank accounts. Every dollar you've given us, God, is holy. We're not chasing, we're commanding. And when it comes, we say thank you. When it leaves, we say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You may open your eyes, and if you want to shake it off a little bit, you can. Shake it off a little bit. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to open up the space. We're an intimate audience today. We're an intimate gathering. I'd like to open up the space, and I'd like to run a 15-minute conversation, and then Terry is going to handle our reflection room. I'd like to start by calling our brother Dayan. And Dayan, I know I haven't given you any heads up in terms of calling on you, but I'm hearing that there's something coming up for you that might benefit our group. So would you mind just speaking, opening your heart and sharing what is coming through for you, so that we can all elevate and learn and remember together?
Sure. First of all, thank you very much for reminding me again how beautiful this life is, how beautiful every moment is, how much passion we have in every moment, and we choose to give the moment the passion that it deserves. And for me, what